eyegusu gina mampani Mahama ho na ohia nsentwerefo ene nansa anadwo ni hye mu na chi no ohwe social media so ohwe newspaper front pages utie radio ohwe TV ohwe baabia Ghana for aye very very disappointed but the main common no ebe gina NDC ni communicator bia ye fro ye fan ya sanitano na sa ya sanitano yi ebre bi atwam on na oka se kanofurata kura wu a ani beje OSP epe kanofurata chi no a na ye se kanofurata esa na ho yare no ya sanitano ekotena I think UTV or so Peace FM eka se eka ne nko na nka kanofurata agu na yedi ni funu edi abagana obi a nkoche no because oye NDC ni enti anope ya sanitano asaya kasendra ewo mi aminua Magjerry ni program so ewo ni TFM na san komo no ena no pay medi dwudwamu no ebegina so na meni wadie ebja ya sanitano say omampani John Dramani Mahama making nonsense of Omanebo ama any mutala omuwu no teni pa o say nienti Omanebo ama ewuye mutala ewuye Dr. Sapon ewuye any sojafo eka ho ewuye no na eye Galamsey intia eye Galamsey ena na ye kopa ho dwumadie ho ntuma e de tu Galamsey ase na ehse mampani ko na wantimi anko na Omanebo ama koye na omodi omonkwa akwakotwa so enti ya sanita no se anka asam ne baaye no esesanka ema mampani Mahama ni bufuo na ema na ni bere na wo sore ka se me doba Kofi Manebo ama me doba Mutala Mohammed eni sojafo ni mpanifo amoka ho a mwakwa kogu Galamsey enti no anka me John Mahama metwe belete dia bomyam na mako Galamsey e dia hyem anunyam o se otie mampani Mahama ensamu a oka na anu ohia sentwerefo no a na dwenya ne se Omanebo mawu owu afaso amaso because the president is not ready to fight Galamsey. The president was pretending. Mampani go for the kind. Also, when you pretend to pay workers, they also pretend to be working. And the president was pretending to be fighting Galamsey. But nakuma mupa no John Mahama him say, enya dia Galamsey person fight da. Because John Mahama born home run say oba ye why exported about 6.5 billion worth of gold. Oba ye gold board and manu sika dollars man they stabilize it no. Oba ye also on call international market. Enko bo besia because gold board in tia. Gold board no so a ewo ho no majority of the gold on toton the free Galamsey for ho. On sambi finim. Say majority in gold no moto no if you Galamsey for ho. And because of that mampani Mahama entimi nko Galamsey. Now no oye say Joseph Yami eni Abanga Yakubu yenchi womo ena Joseph Yami a grant media interview okowie no ko gina akwatia ena o send a strong warning to John Mahama. Joseph Yami, the national organizer of the NDC, and now John Mahama through the Attorney General ama order say Iyoko for enchino investigating no okojina akwatia sending a strong warning to the president. Catch and say, hey, Mr. President, wo pay to me no. Yen ye di ani mu ko Galamsey for nche kwa giska de breo. Mo ko ba asore for ko ba for dia Galamsey for nche no ko giska. You dare not sit there and say IGP task force no and see a guno me ne ukasai ampani ampa anuane ampa IGP task force no yaguno enye adwuma biom me ne ukasai maami ya no na ma wo hurihuri se robot a ona ma bontin hanabisiu ne task force no yaguno me ne ukasai there is no task force and now make us say omu ye adwuma etu Galamsey so sa now ya tanisa not say ne twa na wo kra ne say mampani Mahama etena se na oka say san soja for fianga wi sori a na manam so mo ku o se no ne twa na wo say adana mampani o kasa sa amane bu amewu ye Galamsey enti mutala ewu ye Galamsey enti Dr. Samosa pon wu ye Galamsey enti soja for ya ewu ye Galamsey enti Ghana for ya hwere wie mu hyan Galamsey enti na omu wo no nyade a ye wire be fida because ye wu a ya de twa ni pansuru mu ba ya sanita no say wu ni nyina no ya ye wo fun because mampani a demonstrate clearly say onye committed so be fight Galamsey enti NDC communicator. And a lot of NDC guys, they are very, very disappointed. And you're gonna phone kwa say, hey, Ora Mahama, what are you gonna say? Yeah, Sanita say, look, Ghana for the near open in a mount. I'll bet me, she majority of the amount. I could follow Braswa, or can't say beer, or so declare state of emergency any year because only majority. And then Ghana for amount overwhelming majority. I'll bet me at the declare state of emergency or the mining areas. Timmy correct law no. I may say some person declare state of emergency crack the same. And I'll say to declare state of emergency in Ghana, the president, in consultation with Council of State, issue a proclamation published in the Gazette, citing circumstances like natural disaster and situation threatening the essential community life. Within 7 days, the president must inform Parliament, which then has 72 hours to approve or revoke the emergency by majority resolution. If approved, the state of emergency lasts for 3 months unless Parliament specified an earlier date. And it's a Pamampani epese o issue a state of emergency or consult Council of State we are. No, I issue a proclamation. Now a gazette in the Gazette. Oh yeah, no, I declare state of emergency for 7 days. After 7 days, you know, and son wa kobo Parliament amania. Obo Parliament amania. Parliament is so 72 hours. That is 3 days to approve or disapprove. And Parliament as a woho se si ano on betimi approve and to 3 months. After 3 months no you say be a Parliament state so you declare state of emergency for be a 1 year and 6 months. Etimampani asat and na me no ka say bibia ni ho ayo si akwan eye wa president no and na won pese we be declare state of emergency no eye wa enti ya sanita no say me catch one no pese wa man yira ho wa man insist fam because ye di ma wo nyina ye wo nyina Ghana for the amount executive power oba ye wa yi obi di afa NDC for the executive no eye fully controlled by the NDC. Parliament so mambo ho say ma be and na kra de MP before the ba akwatia masaja kamode ho at Parliament mo full control and na mo ba ye Chief Justice and also mayina di enti obi perceive say e ho so no ma take over. Mr. President, who want the whole Ghana in your arms. Ya kaso ye supreme leader se me en kasa na ku Galamsey maya wo se Galamsey no ema o gold ema o cotton gold board ema unyeska e destabilize city enti enu nti no Galamsey konusisi a wajai na wo die nso na ye. Mr. President, what would the enso na ye? What would the kwaye no ye? And the gold board is sanidin ye na the Galamsey board Ni ehun sa fe de omo ne Galamsey fo e na ye adwuma. Se sa gold board ni din ni yanya ne Galamsey board. Ene excavators e wo my Ghana mu no. Wan hwe yi a afin ko na wie no e benya one man one excavator o Ghana. Man hwe yi a enu bre afi be ko na wie no e beye one man one excavator. Excavators ene e wo memu ha sei no. E ya reho na e ye mobo. Ti nkrofo bisa se enti bosha NDC fo e de hye yeni ana. Bosha man pani Mahama o de hye yen eni ana. Se sa bosha na o de hye yen a ankanya dia Ghana fo e be kwakosa line na ya to abade ama. Because se ye fight Galamsey pa no president bia ni ho. Aba fight Galamsey no esen Akufo-Addo. Obia ni ho. Emo bia na ada obia ni ho president bia ni ho no mo a wa fight Galamsey esen Akufo-Addo. Ensumo dada Ghana fo e di emrade. Mo di moto Ghana fo emrade. Hwe ura makofi bua. Na no betra TV so se osu adenti a chema wuntumi eye Galamsey. Wakon chema wuntumi site man ira akoma wosu. Meanwhile, o constituency elembele chema wuntumi free ho. Ba Galamsey ya yetu na elembele no. Ura makofi bua. You know it. Office baby our constituency office wo e chene animu nyina no yetu. Oba catch there say what me reclaiming 9 forest reserves and obi antimi komuno. But you know say nya no kre. So also reclaiming a patrol bra be fire movement TV. Ye be fire can say do achi. Na nne ye no nyina area forest mu ya hwese betimi awura mu a. You know it. Say montimi e reclaiming forest no and na meka say emimfo ena tuturafo egum eye adwuma. What the also were claiming a Messi Brenne near no one call forest war. Aya, ya no beko. Madame Viet no bet me do better. Near the wako. Near Cosa forest no mako, and ko her say, a money wahina woo minister bet me a room. Ma yanko share a video, a compilation of videos I will be aye. Nkrofo send me videos we bring. We nya compilation we enya yan ye. Enti enema be hihye mu a mo fan chen but the message and the personality say woman there. I think it's important say me ba no pay ya na misa kan sa video we. Na ama kofi bu anom. Na enkoti asem a omode atudwa efa eye.
Yes, we have to declare a state of emergency and go back to the drawing table. We know what the problem is. Oh my God! Wow!
His responsibility, the people of Ghana elected him. He is currently the president of Ghana. And it is his responsibility to deal with Galamsey now. I know that after 7 January 2025, when Ghanaians have voted for me, I will take that responsibility.
I think that national emergency be declared now and today. Not tomorrow.
Few moments later.
Emergency in the Galamsey fight because we've not exhausted the powers we even have without a state of emergency.
Bombastic side eye.
Office. Why haven't you declared state of emergency?
We are treating the matter as an emergency matter. I've just told you. We are working on the clock 24 hours a day. The thing is that in a free society, even when there's crisis, you try to solve it without creating fear and panic.
How? How are you telling me this?
I'm declare a state of emergency because the various installations and processes available to combat this are very viable. All we need is the will, the collaboration to get it going.
Subscribe to the declaration of state of emergency as some other people are suggesting. I don't so.
All right, so me say enti we NDC for na me hu say ya send me video bi I think e be hwehwe na ya pebre na ya bo. But in someone NDC for kind opposition. Ene ni omo ye ne ni ebo ebra. Ghana fire disappointed. And Rame who said coalition against Galamsey for no, afraid they have no option than to issue a strong worded statement telling the president, say, Mr. President, we go when was and the science for the beam na kwaya adwuma. Enti da sebra no mo transe. Na mo transe a me bo ya sanita no video no. Na wahwe intentionally I want to play it.
Maybe omampani John Dramani Mahama. Say if he enura ontumi na because when man can meet the press maybe anko beka semanye. Because I no kwaye no I expose ono ankasa ni nipa ban. I expose na ban na I expose ni party NDC. Say when you know me dede na state of emergency and now stop Galamsey now. I feel there. I say Mahama me are disappointed mpo ye hunu de ye nka. Fight here na nado dan Kokufuado eye fa Galamsey hu. President Mahama me se ni yamanu mfie 20 kro ntimi nyemu 1 quarter. 1 quarter. Debia me ka se ye ba be wo mo ba be mo na betena ha ya kan se NDC for will never fight Galamsey because o ma plan say eno anomudi benyesika. Adi ahwe wo mo maka se wo ya kan President Mahama nansana watuna no mutuo se ampa asema na America ne ye nokore Galamsey anomudi episka because wo ma yati asese Galamsey no eno odi bu man no eno na ma yenya abrocheska and the say odi kan ye ni gold board bi o ye Galam board ana Galamsey board ye ni gold board e Galamsey board ena ye wo sisi aye kasen entima Ghana ni bia nya na adwen se amampani Mahama eni na NDC aban ni na NDC party no e wa adwen bi se omo betu Galamsey ase nanka excavators atia sete atwati se di nsuo togu asase so excavators Ghana ha road contractors say ye wo ha estate developers did was send here excavators yetumi akra excavators by 5,000 afeba ko
Honorable Clement Wilkinson minim so adu am say minim so wo mountain so dia enim baby wo
person nanti ho
because ye bi wo ho say you know kobi ye ne nti minim so kodia but minim ba mati ona bonka
okay
mati ona bonka nti enchina mne de honorable ato
aso ndem nyam se ye boni dia nam se we ne wo ho ne ye
honorable ato nti honorable good morning
ye ya ne se wato se be wi aja no no ko na haju me kakra no no na to ye bi
nti honorable Clement and pay good morning to you. Okay. Yankoda.
Amampani Mahama amagana fo nyina hunu se Galamsey no onya na adwen se obetu ase because eno na odi ebu man eno na opesika eno na odi pa adwuma 24-hour economy no se na Galamsey because wasi emeburu ni adwuma enti wontumi enkotwa Galamsey mu eba sa na meburu no meye den nti mo yante ye ho ase ne ehunu se Galamsey fight no ewie na mom woni om die Kufuado ani na ban ba omia ani MPP aban atem no wo mo nesese de di ka mo kwa so dem ko se bon fache wo Nyankopon nim na de tosumienu omoko pempanimfo di omanim akona na adodan Kufuado ani Dr. Baumia ho ko pachew ko bunkotodwe ko po mo chew se ye pam chew yedimo atema yedimo atemhunu we said ye kan ye fa mo hunyina wo Galamsey hunyina no se mo de na mo yesura abofo na fe ni hunu woni a wo mo eboa Galamsey pa fe ni hunu president ya wo support Galamsey pa president John Dramani Mahama entimi de me kan no Ghana fo me dofo ada me eno no say gold board adano Galamsey board enya ma se OSP no Office of the Special Prosecutor is say adano Office of Selective Persecution. In the Ghana, there be a Wahabiano, or Martin upside down, and no man say, I seen Cheche. In the Empire Bond, sayable Say nyame bebo no be kura yim.
Okay. Me da se. E wo bi wi baby a di fe yin twetwe na ye din ade a.
Ya konti twa na.
Koka.
Esi twetwe. Yes, I done say. And twetwe ne wo na pese o highlight.
First one here, the IP address. The
no, let's do with the Galamsey.
Oh, okay. Nanado baby, I will be no beju Ubisa say, what is your stand? John Dramani Mahama, what is your stand?
Yeah, me kaipa. I think I have that video. Yeah.
Ubisa sa question. O say, penny you. Penny, Satan and he hate language in the start here. That was when Boneno take you over hate language in the start here. Galamsey, it make us say, unya foreign estin, enye sika ye wenti. Galamsey no nsheda hu hia usa. Na enra ni spokesperson ewo NDC stations ni baako TV3 kan say kama bia mai ba kama no ofie ba tweet no no demand say yenye state of emergency no circumstances assessment. What has changed? Dear Nasisa, the impact of Galamsey is 10 times Nanado yi na kumemu eye Galamsey hu adwuma na mo ye mo adwene se mo be frustrating Nanado tam wo ye Galamsey hu adwuma no. As a president, the welfare of your people ni here awoyi MP hwede ono ne manhene e ka fa no ho e wo Galamsey ho say virgin forest nya onkrofo ni rem and a lot of these ones no e NDC mpanifo ni rem as akwaya te said ye were 3 years Galamsey no mintumi nya adwuma ma obi antimu nya Galamsey no aka 1 year be ko elections na ma manage strategy be ni enne Ghana Water air requested for increment because normal omuhia for water
280%.
Yes,
omuhia 280%.
They say central region, a lot of the water companies no shut it down. Omo we no substation
water treatment plants.
Yes, omo shut it down because then sika omuhia edi ato nro e treating so no na ubusa ho say na ubusa sa question no na e treat kura dey na chese say so ni safe ma. As a president, your good name, riches ehu hia chen welfare of your people. Gold no so ayeto na enye say gold no eboa ma ye seed na gina yiu debi enye sa kra die mu ni ewe. President John Dramani Mahama who call campaign who call pro any Ghana for what enye ntro nti no moto abama on and enye tuo and now the ba ba mu nkofo ne to abama on e wo gigi a no mo wom ne so ba adwuma men yo maza men scam yo mo men mo feel so about 2 season loss never. Why free da wo ye press conference die is how the social media ne one net ho because we expect our one who the cost no one who senya nkrofo ye disappointed o lieutenants bebu jampu eni omo keka ho ene ye po omo enum asem society government wow nkrofo ye so disappointed with you because wama oma sema yimom uye gidi and Mr. Happiness say ka kire o no or say when I was campaigning for you didn't tell me the things you're saying. You said when you assume power you assume the responsibility. Now when the responsibility is coming then you are running away nobody turn do. John Mahama, hey, you have to fix the Galamsey. They voted for you to fix the Galamsey and you have to do it. It is your responsibility. And this you will go down as a president who rather championed Galamsey than somebody who cared so Guinea onkrofo ho dwene environment no ho dwene say emire bi beba ya anye no ma yi a will be importing water intim pacho the woman no mama na la dade kotopon Adebote pooling area omo chia wa omo tie pa
meji
omo tie pa mechi obi a wo say na yekoye engagement senia omo ho akeka DMB adwuma na omo ye senia omo tie si kromo omo ye adwuma no omo nkoso nya eneso ye besenhia medase.
All right, me da say ayi akalan hwewe ni so na koka eka. In fact, President Akufo-Addo oyade say ohun jo Mahama suban to bisane say Mr. President, Mr. Mahama, what is your position on the illegal mining? Stating clear. Na Ghana fo nyina nye den. Ghana fo nyina ehu. Kono, na kasa no o carry responsibility jo Mahama be mai.
Was it Nana Akufo na president?
Or son na president.
It won't fix it.
Into unfixing. Into na say ono ba
7
January. Oba be den. Oba be fix it. So me bo Nana Akufo-Addo voice. Me wi a.
Before be kind no.
Me bo na say Mama dey.
Some those can say o man Nana Akufo-Addo person of Fati Galamsey a o hia 5 days.
Okay. So me bo Nana Akufo-Addo dey ni wi a. Me dey some just screenshot beto so. Na fi makope me dey Mahama response to Akufo-Addo no na me dey no so aba akala why ready am so my ready yankohwe mra yeah
a matter which has risen a lot in Ghana today. In the last election in the mining districts of the country, the MPP did very badly, largely because the NDC presidential candidate and the party had gone around the mining areas and saying that the policy that I was implementing of trying to stop Galamsey would be reversed when he came to power, and that those who were already in jail for offenses, the Galamsey offenses, all of them would be amnestied. When I said I was putting my presidency on the line, that's what I meant. That I was prepared to take the political risk involved in trying to deal with this Galamsey phenomenon. The result, of course, was that the mining districts, especially in the western region, all of them, including almost nearly even Takwa, was lost to the MPP. That is what I meant when I said I'm putting my presidency on the line. That I was prepared to take the political risk involved in coming to grips with this problem. Today, he said that no, he doesn't believe in jailing, that he's against Galamsey, that he will enforce the law. So once again, we have to ask ourselves, Mr. JM, where do you stand? What are you telling the people of Ghana? Because every time you speak from one corner of your mouth and you speak from another corner of your mouth. Let us hear from you direct, straight up, what do you stand for? We need to know. The candidate, the MPP presidential candidate, has gone on record as saying that as far as he's concerned, he is prepared to sign a pact that will take the Galamsey issue out of our politics, to depoliticize it, to commit him and our party, all of us, agreeing that we would deal with this Galamsey phenomenon on a non-partisan basis. We have yet to hear from the NDC presidential candidate. I'm asking him to also come out and support the idea of a political pact on Galamsey.
Eti gono we eye omampani Akufo-Addo na chiri we mu na we are call for Sam George screenshot no na fe mi unwie no na jo Mahama response to Akufo-Addo na ready na ade nsusu ay ready na ide awum.
Okay, nyina ne se ebra na omampanin Akufo-Addo why president no na Galamsey nsem ekoso na jo Mahama then opposition leader osori a okwa ha no ma na Galamsey me ni sei adecha me Galamsey o ma na Akufo Addo ache ni trimo den me ba meyi wo mo na ye wa campaigns wo ma ese ye chi wo mo ti me ba meyi nkura no ma ko che campaigns no adecha was say me fa soldier for enko forest munyi soldier for ni free forest wo kasa bas che say ese mebri na man panyi Akufo Addo afa do buade o anytime bia na Akufo Addo as sitting president maintain that say obo opposition leader John Mahama di enwe
yewura
wanka yewura obeka president enye yewura obeka president eti we wa address no your opposition leader as of first Mr. President, what is your position? Was a hefa na wujina ewa Galamsey ekun mu wuja benkum anase Jennifer was after all MPP a candidate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia yin de waka ewa Galamsey hu was opposition ne saying wanti bianka wanka no ena ne nkofo estatika samano Sam George was say said na Akufo Addo e pepa so betimi ako Galamsey a na wotwepe onya na wotwepe obetime to Galamsey ase ena opposition leader Mahama ebeyi ano say o ma panyi Matias ma woka no na emumu enye me opposition leader masede ene say mebe ko Galamsey na woni etua woka said your man anim assistant president it go and fix it na say meme ba waga say osa emphasize waga say wasi when I come what didn't come on was say when I come look at you say I'm saying when I come didn't say if I come a certainty so he was double sure say oba be president 2025 now oba so obetu ase ene we kwaku I can tell you say Ura Mahama wonu no say woye media encounter no na a brand book masi amachin me hwe ni video na wo kasa wo se chese se do si kun Galamsey ho akika na adwen che na Akufo Addo eni aban na wo so no wo se kiekun na kiekun kwa na chese wa ye disappointed e wo Owura John Mahama mu adwen se wo ne ra ho asama President Mahama akafa Galamsey hu no me kache MPP for say me sre wo mo se parliament bie kwan so omoba parliament bie ma omo nkobu sa urgent question gold board ehefa mo to gold ni free me no say that would not make an asia
o mi tipa
I was say busa gold board for say ehefa edomot eto omu gold ni efri
na se your mama kire o Galamsey na yes say ye beton ye Galamsey gold no e dey stabilize city through gold board since say abrofo be fa
which means is no
admission say
which means what admit say
yeah
gold board to Galamsey
gold
and it yent me nyai so it means that the fight against Galamsey gwaku ye nyai ho asabaka it's gone forever
you've lost it
now we no na wana dream on me wo video ba ko be holma wo ye opposition leader no wo kan sa asem say gold and eboa Ghana economy no and until no we should be prepared for a compromise na say stop Galamsey no a gold production be from
kai hu so no wako training in for China
and yes stop Galamsey a gold production be from second one so they say enkwara na so mo ye Galamsey no ija Galamsey ya unemployment omunya adwuma enye what kind of position enra na be ready bibi say waka say it will not be right to say best of Galamsey Brian find alternative emma
say Galamsey for no okay
it has always been it has always been his mentality.
Yes,
because free education Akufo Addo sorry free education by no or see NCC school adan wie it in the mentality no see school adan nyina wie ansa na free education but Akufo Addo took bold decision say me the free education ni beba na me provide facilities no and me ne woka say thousands of facilities as and free education and there's no way ban betimi assist facilities.
There is no challenge. How do you empower yourself?
No, enje kabonu okruma say.
Oh aha. So far the Obeka side.
Nyambe tuomo kapa.
Na so at least Matisse Media Foundation for West Africa. Wakasa wakondemo no. Everyone me ready Erastus Asaridonko.
Yeah.
The write up no.
Long one.
Yes, baby kwampo de. Ma me hwe baby kwampo kan se bi one paragraph bi na ehu. Was say okay baby was say I challenge the president to name a single licensed small scale mining entity that is mining responsibly on the ground. Now we do IGP Tima what says of Munkwa Bontain and cost of Galamsey. President Mahama say IGP Timuno Omabon. Because they are unable to differentiate between licensed small scale mining company and an unlicensed small scale mining company. You don't tell us what Munkofi. President Mahama I indicted IGP because of Galamsey. Now I say his posture reflected complicity on the infractions on the ground, whittling down a decapitation to a broken arm. Erastus was a condemn. Middle Foundation for West Africa.
And Ram, it's a for a human count. Said the Fed have no option. Martin Pebone, a group of friends saying coalition. They
have no option. They have no option.
You work home.
And Ram, it is said you for Kojoyanse, Moso came.
And a president Wakasa.
There
is God who
you see now me back will say what did Mahama dia now problem President Mahama under no circumstance must we ever trust his ways. Where's now what can one you need? Or can be just to satisfy the populace. No, quite the baby. Every couple of baby born and boy one kai. Because he doesn't believe in them. Never in the history of Ghana. And a Galamsey, I try to say, well, my Ghana, share at Namia Peter Beba. At that mini Peter Netiho. And now, your friend for a Wabwasi. Kwaku, Obwasi Cronfield Fini Estate. Now, Unibakwana one year WhatsApp call. And other two video. Kwaku, ya, omu, two Galamsey, wo fie, I go for estate building on. Ya, anyano mutual yana, no more the core assembly. How much ya match video back? Ya, drip machines in. NDC for air coon or more dear Galamsey. Where's what the quasi, and I'm walking on top.
And I saw a video, meaning say Bogoswa. Mining company back on a blasté. Or blasté, no say, if you are war, Krumono, ye two are seeing until on blasté was so. I'm not store, be store. And I talk about them. I'm an a tokru egustona. So, but and cry home say, what shall no as I will call a hell. Almost all shouted the debut was so you did the Thomas says I'm watching headquarters. I'm watching headquarters. But I'm talking more far. Mammy, if I uncle bought a video, no. Okay. Yedi Cabo Mampany, I part of Sam George screenshots and the canto so. We are near book with your black card. If you are bomb Mampany Mahama, or more response to Yera Akufuado. Samuel George ni 29 September 2024. Yes, a year 1 year you Nyame dear Nyame you sophobious Nyame Obulu. It was saying the man who is paid to be president has the ultimate power to end this in a week if he wants. He is commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces for Christ's sake. Sam George, you know, or say Akufuado pa so betu Galamsey asia. Na what trip na what trip na what you can say one kremu ochi pe kumipe yemfa hwenka ho ochi pe eno pe obetimi aye enti obaso che se Akufo-Addo betimi aye enso aye se wonye ti Akufo-Addo oye nipa bonini ene ye ne ene Sam George nso nkasaye medase afa Asante Akalan yanhwe Okudjeto Ablakwa Saint Okudjeto Ablakwa Saint Okudjeto Ablakwa wonye bonida nyame wahu odie enko he video nimra.
I can confirm to you that you are going to see a fight that has never been witnessed in this country. President Mahama is going to lead a very ruthless and relentless campaign against Galamsey. He has not minced words at all. We had a brief cabinet meeting earlier today, and the president was very clear. There was no ambiguity that he will be leading a war that we have never seen to deal with this counter, this existential threat, once and for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Mahu. Saint Okudjeto nande wa hompon. No, wetimi ayi afiri so. Na wo kana wo woso ne ho no mu ne ayi. Hey! And the fighter yehu bi da no. Ene yehu ya na.
I can confirm to you.
Yes.
Said the president in about the relentless war. Never seen the history of Ghana before.
Never. Yehu bi da.
It's like a specific idea chin ya. Ya tia soldier for go say why you bet you Galamsey side a shoot to kill. But now I fed you they say the softest fight. Against Galamsey never seen before. Yes.
And you to new mom. Galamsey for jeje moso moye boni ayenka. Galamsey for jeje moso moye boni ayenka.
That's how they could talk black and white. Hey, where you have to say you bonida. Kwaku.
Why bonida? Efeni Saint Okudjeto. Efe yekwa mampani Mahama. Response no the Akufo-Addo. Abro bisa ne say, what is your position, Mr. President, on illegal mining? Yeah, go video nimra.
President Akufo-Addo said I should come out clearly on Galamsey. It looks like he doesn't live in this country because I've commented on Galamsey over and over again. The Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources gave political leaders the platform to outline their policy on small-scale mining. And for a whole hour, I outlined our policy. After that, there was questions and answers for 2 hours. We were there for 3 hours. So he should just tell his Flagstaff House media to get him the tape of what I said at the University of Energy and Natural Resources. Recently, when I met the clergymen, the Christian community, a part of my speech and the questions and answers was again on Galamsey and small-scale mining. And so, I mean, there's a lot that I've said. It is his responsibility. The people of Ghana elected him. He is currently the president of Ghana. And it is his responsibility to deal with Galamsey now. I know that after 7 January 2025, when Ghanaians have voted for me, I will take that responsibility and we will sort out illegal mining. He also asked me to come out clear.
All right. So we, President John Dramani Mahama, in opposition prior to the election, now Akufo-Addo akache ne say, Yera Mahama, what is your position on illegal mining? Mohone suba odanedi. Ntino Akufo-Addo said that bia mpuatwa. Na unim. Galamsey ya. Ana otena play mu ko Chebi odu ono say Chebi e Galamsey headquarters. Andra videos are me receive pa and draw me inbox mu. Video a obo ni sisi
okay
about your friend is saying
Chebi Sakawa mafia.
Achim Sakawa for no. Na so me receiving maybe from a lot of people Andra and who say listeners no you interested. So I have to expand sir conversation. So my year ehun adwuma kakra. But before that, so kaya osanita no. Okay, say Gabriel Chida kunwukura ope no. Because Gabriel Chida ko ye kronfo.
That was say Kenofurata.
Sorry, Kenofurata me dance. Say Kenofurata. So o si Gabi. No wo sika odaka mu di say all those, I just want to know who your Sanitano is. Or Otayaku Fuado, any MP before so much say, or say can you for that Ukra wope. Na Andra Mahama Kasari no, ya Sanitanako a unit from Makokasa. Or say John Mahama is making nonsense of Manabo Manumu. That is my interpretation of your kind. Say Manabo Manum Ko because of Galamsey. It in the expectation is say Anka Sabre no ebe mampani Mahama shene bufuo ne wako Galamsey no ba nyo ye die bono ya tani sanitano no o se ne wira ho asa ayi akaran me yakọ hesa video ni kakra ansa ne yakọ into John Mahama empoetwe ne mo
power that, and you see Omape can send me in his response to the Galamsey regarding the special task force from the IGP. I was also disappointed in that particular answer. The issue is that 8 people have died painfully. These were your appointees. I learned the Muniru was even in charge of your farms. You have appointed these people. We have other gallant men within the NDC, 5 of them. 3 servicemen are in some and like I said already, they did not go on just gallivanting or maybe a window shopping. They were going to, as it were, launch your vision of responsible mining. They died in a manner unprecedented in this country. They died in a manner that the pain can never leave our hearts and our minds. And that should have provoked you enough that this particular encounter you had yesterday, your anger should have told us that you are not going to relent on your effort to deal decisively with Galamsey. Now, the Army Yaka Council outside, he downplayed the IGP Special Task Force who went there, and I was surprised about a particular word he used, and I'll quote him: any little officer gets up and wears helmet and jacket, and he says, "I'm a commander, I'm going to." Hey, Omampaye, really? We love you. We love you, and this is your last chance.
But disappointed,
right? He will not. He cannot fail. He cannot disappoint us. No, I mean, it is for us to dissect it. Let him know that we are angry about some of the responses that he gave. Let him know that the society are up in arms against Galamsey, and he is the one we have elected to see to it that this thing will be a thing of the past. I cannot sit in Accra and ensure that many more cannot be affected me.
All right, medasi akala medasi to at least a year go on, and that's when you can't wait yaw sanitano NDC communication team member on no kotna UTV say obenya anaka no furata kra ewu afiri wiase because MPP ni intia akufuado enua soso
achim sakawa
mafia ne ba kon eno no nti obenya anaka wewu afiri wiase you yate enti enne afeu na wo su se mampani Mahama disappointed.
Yes, say Gonja tricksters.
Ah, well.
And Abba.
You
say Achim Sakawa Mafia no ko.
I give you way
to Gonja tricksters.
I see. Well, almost that's their opinion. Okay. So Achim Sakawa Mafia ne buy. We had President Mahama describing Achim Funyina in that Now, one of the year who said President Kufado a protested pa. Now Oshia Catholic Bishop Conference for only on Budin Commonos. I don't know myself for Motiho Emma, the former president, had described a whole tribe. So I'm Sakawa Mafia for
Sakawa in your papa. Mafia
Sunya.
What can me and
what can boom? Now, or the other tribe, so because you watch him Kotuku, you watch him Bosume, and you war at Chim Ebuakwa. And now more a soft for no beer, say on Kahwasem. And sa video no be hu say security yenko tie sa video no na yenhwe yenko tie hwade yeah.
People would comment on that. The comment made by my opponent, Achim Sakawa people. I've not heard any public figure in this country, independent, yourselves or anybody, comment on it. It's completely unacceptable. If I was to get up to make a comment about Northerners or Munchas, you can imagine the uproar that would be in the country. presidential candidate, a former president of Ghana. You can call a group of Ghanaians Sakawa people, and it involves the group for which the sitting president comes, and that comment goes without, that statement goes without comment. And at the same time, we hear these statements. Let's all try and bring the politics of insults to an end, etc., etc. The occasions are given where specific comments can be made. Nothing happens. And then it's lost. It's lost in the generalities. We need to focus on this matter in an even-handed way. I get the impression that because of the unfortunate, in some ways, authoritarian origins of our state in its area, where it was considered dangerous to criticize government, the pendulum has now swung the other way, where government is the only group you can criticize. If you criticize government, no matter what you say, is legitimate. If government was to respond, that's somehow illegitimate. Media freedom is interpreted as meaning the freedom to criticize others, but you can't criticize the press. If, for instance, they step out of bounds or they conduct themselves in an irresponsible manner. So all of this, I'm trying to say that it's a package that we all have to look at dispassionately and act on issues when they occur. I'm very, very disturbed by this remark that the former President Mahama made about Achin people as Sakawa people. And I've up till today, I have not heard any senior citizen of this country, lay, religious, civil society organization, public think tank, reprimand him for that statement. What can be the basis of such a remark? It is a public act that you have a problem with. Fair enough.
All right, so where Ghana mampeni dada na kufara brana oye mampeni. Now you can feel the pain. Akala yifri so you can feel the pain in his voice. Say onya happy and yen tell who akufara say all complaining about bibi. Or say president in a tribe no. Any who describe him in answer boy Achem Sakawafo. Now this discussion are very important, and they say Mampeni Mahama say enedie ubinti min kasentiano. Ti obo Ghana fokoko wa be kasentie mi bia no me use wo IPS address me nimba bia tie me me abechew. Look, okariye no Dr. Baumia Kasai. Ese me yesremuni unsu yesremuni. Entafo yantete yesa. Otimi describe a whole tribe say omo yesakawafo we die sesa opacho. One can say yina penny and kasasa. Dr. Baumia Kasa was asking me. Yeah.
One of the key factors to development, is peace. And peace in Dagong. We have had peace in Dagong as a result of the tireless effort of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo working in harmony with the Ashanti, with the Nayiri and the Yagbongura, along with the chiefs and people of Dagong. And therefore, Nana Akufo-Addo is not a Dagomba man. He is an Achimba, an Akan, who has brought peace to Dagomba land. Part of his effort, along with others, to bring peace to Dagong. And so, we are thankful for him. We want a president who unites us. We don't want a president who divides us. We want a president who unites us. And so, the recent utterances of John Mahama referring to Achim Sakawa boys. Achim Sakawa. How do you take a whole tribe and say they are Sakawa? How do you do that? And my message to John Mahama is that you cannot win this presidency with tribalism. Ghana has gone beyond tribalism. Come and show your competence in the delivery for the people of Ghana. But because you cannot show your competence, you are resorting to tribalism. We will not stand for tribalism. Nana Akufo-Addo, yes, he's an Achim man, but he's a Ghanaian. And the Achim people are proud Ghanaians as with other tribes. And they have, if you look at our big six, 3 of them are from Achim. 3 of them. These are not the people you can blanketly call Sakawa people. And so we will continue to call on John Mahama to apologize unreservedly for what he has endorsed. Unreservedly.
All right, so where Yera Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia now call on John Mahama to apologize. Now you see, where before the 2020 election, I can't see free so at the time when Mahmoud Bawumia was taking on John Dramani Mahama. When I about me on the contest election, na the Akufo-Addo na contest election. Away, hey, I want for no. Hey, what the head, man? Hey, you know, on him. There be on him. Na Akufo-Addo and na air contest election. Na Bawumia, Ejian na so. Ekun Edema MPP. I know you another topic for another day. But I say big says for no crano. Emu miensa aya achimfo. How can you say achimfo is sakawa for? And to cause the bias your mama and apologize. Your mama granting interview can say on apologize. Na Akufo-Addo or see Akufo-Addo made debate. Na Akufo-Addo person Uganda debate inti and wakwakote wechi can say on me patrol. So John Mahama did not apologize for calling Achim people Sakawa people. I have the video. As I Akaline my more John Mahama video.
A debate with President Akufo-Addo. He's not found it worthy to respond to that call. I can understand President Akufo-Addo's frustration, desperation, and deliberate attempt to shape up ethnic sentiments in this particular case. But I don't think it will wash. I've advocated a campaign of issues, and that is what I'm focusing on as I engage and interact with people on my tour of this country. It is important for me to point out that no one has described his ethnic group or any other ethnic group in the manner in which the president mounts this complaint. What I remember is I shared a post of one of our very fine and brilliant MPs for Bogatanga Central, that is Honorable Isaac Andongo, and in that post Andongo describes certain people in Akufo-Addo's government. You know he has a lot of members of his family and friends in his government. So Isaac Andongo described those behind a certain shady and untidy deal in the government in a particular manner. Yes. I'll be the last person to disparage any tribe or ethnic group.
All right. I don't even have to continue. Say na a year aka all kasano and sign repeat. Say he described them in a certain manner. Because the president, you know, on him say na enye. Again, say o share obi try dey on Facebook. Now share. It means you agree with the person. Yeah. It means you agree with the person. And here Mahama nyina no ose on pacho and ampani ampa so godon Yera John Mahama one pacho.
What has one kind? Was say he will be the last person to disparage one ethnic group. But in reality, John Mahama is always the first person to do that. He's a very reckless person.
Yes.
Every day.
That be
was yesterday president Okokumasi. Was there Ashanti for the Ingrid? You want the yefa and yefe. Dobe ya maybe a yefe. It is yet the gold. A bay ya cramena. Because one yefe. The meaning is that Ashanti for na Ingrid.
Bunia ye
bunia medasi. Imagine this will be the podcast I said no. At first the bush like a crumple and yet the whole of going for.
Yeah.
Make condemn such a person.
Another Akufo-Addo can say imagine so no Akufo-Addo and a can say gonja for gonja for sakawa
kwaku emese kamoja behwi am
telling you imagine say Akufo-Addo ne can say Mahama gonja for sakawa for no anka ne besu o man
emese kamoja behwi a
onim say atim die after say okoko from somewhere sakawa for no time na the regional communication officer fe no baba jama koni
okay
no so I can say achemfo onupo de omu ye amamre twa na so say mane machi bibiem ono ne former regional chairman Tewi Aboate efusampo fo no ene kopa ache
mekai ya
omu say Adwo Mahama na akoye nsu ama achenyenye say Adwo Mahama nka ochehene ene mmoa ne num nsu meanwhile na nsu o chebi de Adwo Mahama koye expansion and so I say enye Adwo Mahama ne beye pipe ma eche before anka ochehene ne mmoa ene achemfo ne mmoa ne num nsu and they were insulting them and you know why did the owie no o say ne o fight hate speech
but that to go before then one the side describe both Supreme Court judges
some are unanimous safety we have the tape here on one the call Laura a catcher pepe for say a cool MP before some pepe for vote some pepe for vote there omunye Akufo-Addo nchanchen no mfa ba omia entena wo sono so ansa na mato abade ama no o se ba omia po de ne ho ye mesere say party here am mpemtafo asemi and you do all those things now the oba aben mu no bi kasa wo say me baby ase bia me ba be hwe no mache
wo mare ko asem no edipo kasa asem no eye features of supreme leaders omo akanka bi tyrants omo na ekasa ansebo no ena we mposa bi period sa akasa wokan emfata president ano ena asebo wokan no IP no ebe defense internet protocol IP eye wo phone na wo use no bebe look the location wo e dey meet that locate they can use it to locate your phone but not you when they come for your phone and you are not there how can they arrest you eti do kind kwa rombo say that ntiase IP address of your phone and that wo free address and that wo personal address internet protocol wo phone eti media BBC said wo movement TV
na me fi ha
meja phone no na me ko ase okoye me nema o hwe phone na bo baba na phone da hada me ha moreover adena in a democracy sa na ye no onne wo bibi obewo social media bia wodin. You can issue a statement. Police will tell you back what say. Wow, social media will use a Ghana flag, and that social media use red, gold, green. Udin, what can I say? Be a Shobra police station. Wow, man. Then the state can unleash all its arsenals on you. But I then now can't say be a woman of my president Mahama. You can't intimidate anybody. You can't. And be prepared to say people are going to say worse things than what you people said.
Amumie selves any prison.
Be prepared, be prepared. Because I would take Akufo-Addo, who need the punch Akufo-Addo.
Fair go down.
What I said is say.
The interpreter
Ghana na would yaw.
The interpreter Mahama yes say nyina. Am a person ka kire wiase nyina say on what you na dwemboni woni tirim. Enti nipa beka no ho asem bone. Because I would to wiase. Now fi say obi nka ho asem bone a. Anasa be ya de a. Won fa sa adwini we kura ntu nipa tirim say meka me ho asem bone a ba bia mo hye bia no e be ba bechi mo. When me say won wan kasa na dwemboni woni tirim. Abaya niema Ghana fo mpe. Ama Ghana fo aka ho asem. Na Ghana ni ka ho asem a wakochi no. I like Akufo-Addo, Nana Akufo-Addo for one thing. Nana Akufo-Addo one person a we are dear na se na bonyo so a in your presence no country said your country Catholic Bishop Conference no obetito
yes
was able to ho ana John Mahama kan se hunu sa obi antumi ankolo to order
ayara wo se mo
oh dan ohibi na me be se me change ana se enye wo power
gamanche
was say what is say me person me change Greater Accra region ye no gamanche say masa enye wo tumi no o country no wananim that is who Nana Akufo-Addo is. Na mo de mo nipa no yade amuntimi nka yodium this MPP ni be ka bi ansa na mo ye equalization aye MPP ni NDC munyal ani ntira ba John Mahama team aye ne da ofi se woni de mo obi enka no ho asem no but we president ya hunu se ye be ka ho asem ani obachi ye nyina agum
ye chi abro ni
no kunkum ye nyina na ho ato
na ade bi o mitim na me mpese ma de ma be koso sa. But I am not able to believe. My monitor radio stations kaka and now pay committee. enye dia asema abonye ka 5GP no hu no mu ka
ai
enye asema abonye ka 5GP no
Oma ko yi old videos
obviously no on was o ka se we che o ma pani Mahama and o ka se we che o ma pani Mahama say I am it on you don't know me eche no and I know you so IGP then as a trigger na because enkomo e ko so nya no omo nka IGP asem e no so ma pani Mahama yese e no so ma pani Mahama yese e no so wa yese e di ate na ye nche no sa kwaku said ye John Mahama as opposition leader what you krata 11th February 2022 Emma President Kufuor say so be ka asem fa wo ho let's say we did say hawa one kasa no betimi akokot enye se wo criminalize no sakata ne se wo e de ba asem na asesa and as say do be ka asem bi mu a ya da eja de be hyewa na said the bear eja be so that is a bodily harm it's an about criminal and I said do be ka asem a ya na piase na no wo kan na ba be wo you can say no we proud it is a no longer civil matter but a criminal matter na once again Mr. MPP for say omo entin te sukoko enter President Mahama say Ghana nya ne dia Ghana ya fan go to stock exchange and yes omo na go to majority shares and that their majority share holders
Honorable Emmanuel Ochre ewe assemblyman we do krum or say obisa say MPP communication director we hefa na adwuma ye ya no pe na adwuma and so see a movement ena ya ji say adwuma ye de ma party no honam pe job enti no ye behwe na na so ji say nsentwe na wo kumase a wo kana asem no o say anko onpacho ompa Akufo-Addo chew na owi ompa ba omi achew because on the car say hapte ba omi adia and odidi Akufo-Addo so atema sakra no wa ba kan say sanko wuyi a anko wu nkwase wu ne ye ka kire mu no na mofo say bia obi mpema na say obi time
President Mahama the first you know or fighting against Galamsey was started bibisa na Mahama Yarega and the environment minister Omujai Galamsey fighting Mahama Yarega threw his hands in the air in the space Omujimi fighting Galamsey beam Mahama no a president sa task force on what you know you have a single purpose a driven task force they were just after a fantasy that time the money campaign for hands-on mining. I don't know why I say hands-on mining what you say. I tell most cabaret. I don't know because not jealousy be baby because Mahama so call for
Madam Asibebre.
Oh, that's right. And that rule, me take. Me dear, me the befa adie bi no pay be hu I can't sa IP address. And open me nkoti sa apalu china e chi no Apia Stadium efre no ka kire ni say onye ready no mo be fa no e da mpara o ma ye hu aduma
after say accident no esi no buye no and Apia Stadium free apalu say asema wakeka no onye ready so mba be chi no ampa so e ko chi no
NDC
so
I'm buying for you
Dr. Kufraba
Doctor no ni phones na any microphones in junior there can say John Dramani Mahama onu an ye oye ni first step no hu bible send you gene in seven no why na gene say pa say be gene in seven no be chi watu
na ye de be gene in seven
pa say be gene in seven no be chi watu
pacho omunko sua de kakra wo ne pa omunko hwe ne esi enti no untimi nka nipa na kasa bo an enti na maka say MPP fo nyina obi en kasa na obi a make sure say odinyansa eni obeka kasa ho ti na mo kan wadwene say de so kan pepepe obi antimi hunahuna